On a silent winter night in the outskirts of northern Sweden, a lone cabin sat surrounded by towering pines and untouched snow thick enough to silence even the crunch of footsteps. It was the kind of peaceful place where nothing dramatic ever happened, until a burglar with more creativity than common sense showed up. The thief, whose name the police politely refused to reveal, had been plotting this burglary for weeks. He considered himself a seasoned mastermind, even though his previous heists included stealing 2 frozen pizzas from his cousin's freezer and a lawn gnome from his neighbor's garden. Tonight, however, he was determined to level up. Bundled in layers of mismatched winter clothing, he approached the cabin with the stealth of a man who had watched too many spy movies. He kept muttering, "Silent like the snow, silent like the snow," which, ironically, made him much louder than the snow. Still, he managed to pry open a window, tumble inside, and land with a triumphant thud. The cabin was empty, warm, and absolutely inviting. The burglar tiptoed around even though no one was there to hear him. He pocketed a pair of fancy binoculars, a decorative wooden moose, and an unopened jar of cloudberry jam, because a good thief never leaves without souvenirs. Everything was going smoothly until nature called with the force of a Viking battle horn. The thief rushed outside, shivering violently in the freezing air. The snow around the cabin glittered like a clean white canvas. And that's when inspiration struck him, hard. He remembered bragging to his friends that he could write anything in the snow using only his bladder power. A ridiculous claim, yes, but tonight he felt compelled to prove it. So, in a moment of frosty brilliance, he decided to sign his name. There, on the pristine snow, he proudly wrote his full name in a large, stylish arc, as if he were signing a celebrity autograph. He even added a little flourish at the end for dramatic effect. Satisfied with his artwork, he zipped up, gave his signature an approving nod, and returned to the cabin to finish the job. Unfortunately, he also discovered a half-full bottle of cinnamon schnapps and decided, for warmth and courage, to take a drink. Then another. Then a few more. Within minutes, the great criminal mastermind of Sweden was snoring loudly on the cabin's sofa, clutching the decorative moose like a teddy bear. When the cabin owner returned the next morning, the scene was almost too absurd to process. Broken window, missing knickknacks, and a burglar fast asleep like a hibernating bear. The police arrived, equally confused, until they stepped outside. Right there in the snow was a bright yellow signature, written with alarming confidence and perfect spelling. One officer laughed so hard he had to lean on the patrol car for support. The thief was arrested shortly after, still half asleep and mumbling, "Don't mess up the letters." Though his name was never revealed, his legend was. He became known across Sweden as the thief who didn't just leave fingerprints. He left a full autograph.